Hello, this is another episode of Dish It. I'm Austin with, no, Tiffany still. But 2 more weeks, something like that. And it'll be the two of us all back together again, talking about great stuff as usual. Alright, look, I need to talk about two things real quick. First thing, if you've been living under a rock this past week, the Democratic National Convention went on. And I could say plenty of things about Barack Obama. I'm voting for him. But besides that, the speeches done by him, wonderful wife Michelle, our first black president, Bill Clinton. You can say whatever you want to and have your opinions on whether he's a good president or not. But that's not the main issue here. The main issue here for today, for people our age, for people who are just turning 18, who are just getting the ability, having the ability to vote, that's what you need to do. Vote. That's all you need to worry about is voting. Know what you're voting for and what your reasons are. People can say they're going to vote for Barack Obama. He's the best choice in the world. That can be everyone else's opinion. Your main thing is to get out there and just vote. I think it's a complete waste of time for anybody to sit here and complain. Don't complain about gas prices. Don't complain about taxes. Don't complain. I don't want to hear you complaining it's too hot outside. If you don't exercise your right to vote as an American citizen, you shouldn't have any room to complain about anything. There's no excuse for that. And it's not even just, for black people where our ancestors, our family members fought for us to have the right to vote. It's for anybody. Anyone, any race, age, color, sex, anything like that. You have the right to vote, which is your voice. Voting is your voice, unless your country know, unless your office know, everyone. This is what you're having a problem with. This is what needs to be fixed. I'm voting for this person because this is going to get it done, and this, that, and the third. If you don't let anyone know what's wrong, if you don't vote, they're going to run you over. They're going to run everybody over. Everybody thinks, oh, my one vote can't make a difference. So if everybody thought like that, we would have had George Bush here for another 72 years. And honestly, we ought, okay, like that's just a complete waste of time. Like, anybody who just doesn't vote or just feels like they shouldn't because it's just, oh, I don't have time to. What's my one vote gonna do? My one vote, I think, is plenty enough. Hell, it could have been my one vote that pushed the person over to win. I want people to know what I'm thinking, what I think needs to be done with this country, and the person that I'm voting for, if I feel like they're going to get the job done, you're doggone right, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to vote. I will vote every 4 years for the president. I will vote every 2 years for, state voting and stuff like that. I just can't imagine all this time, people, especially teenagers, you want to be an adult and taken seriously. Vote. Vote. Do it. Get out there. Let your voice be heard. Stop making excuses saying you can't get there. You don't want to wait in line. No, you'll sit there and wait in line for some Waka Flocka or some Nicki Minaj tickets, but you won't go and vote. Vote, okay? And don't, wait in line for Nicki Minaj. That idiot talking about she's a Republican and supporting Mitt Romney. Nobody needs to... Nicholas, stop it. No one cares if you're a Republican. You or the rest of that Young Money Get Fresh crew. Nobody is paying them any attention. Go ahead and vote for Ronald McDonald, Mitt Romney. Nobody's paying him any attention either. I didn't want to say anything negative to make it seem like who I was really voting for. And it's not just because he's black or anything like that. I like what he stands for. And now that's another thing. For people who are going to vote, don't just use the excuse, I'm voting for Obama. I'm black, he black. Mm-hmm. That's not... Maybe that's a good enough reason for you, but look, do your research, do your homework first. Know what he stands for, know what he plans on doing for this country, which I think when you have somebody who's come in after 8 years of pure hell, dealing with somebody who had, let's just say it, George Bush had Down syndrome. He was a tard. special needs. Um, in 4 years, he have to clean up that mess. Just the stuff that Obama's doing now isn't going to take place. Boom, tomorrow everything's going to change. It takes time. We might not even see the full effects of everything Barack Obama has done until he's completely out of office and 2 years later. So I just wish these people would get off this man's back. My God, just like I'm just really glad nobody's like gonna try to hurt him or anything like that, because it just people out here are crazy, and he's got a family, and his wife is just so like they're just. I think they're just the perfect representation of a black family. I really do, and I hope that he wins, and we have him for another 4 years, and then after that, please, Michelle, if you want to go run, you and Oprah. Oprah had to be president, and you had to be vice president because Oprah already she made your husband win. Let's just be honest. But anyway, that's how I feel about that. So anyway, everybody go vote. Please, if you're not registered to vote, register to vote. Vote. Stand in line. Pass out buttons. Work the polls. Get paid like $100 for it anyway. Oh, support your country. Now, the other thing I have to talk about, BET, the EBT channel. I don't like them. I They keep trying to do things to stay relevant, and I just feel like they might as well just like get rid of the whole station. What do? You're like Royce from Basketball Wives, who no longer is on Basketball Wives. Follow her lead. Get to going. Like Terrence and Roxy, that home record, they're finally leaving 106 Park. That is a wrap right there. No one even watches that show anymore since Adrian Free left. Get rid of 106 and Park. Now they're trying to, have more original programming. You can't have more original programming when you ruined the game. They used to be one of the best shows on television. It's awful now. And then two main characters are gone. And you replaced them with Lauren London and some nobody. Lauren London. Does anybody know what Lauren London is known for? Besides ATL and This Christmas, I'll wait. I thought so. Yeah. She doesn't do anything besides have Lil Wayne's baby that came out looking surprisingly good. Thank God she's got strong genes. She does, not him. But they've replaced it with Lauren London. Tia's left the show. Derwin, I guess, is now back on the show, but like as a guest role. Kelly isn't coming back. What's the point of you having this show on television? I just don't understand. Like BET, you ruined it. Like everything else. Now we got Keisha Cole coming back with Booby. I don't want to watch the show unless Frankie's going to be on there. And they said it's not really going to be about Frankie or the rest of her family. So I don't want to watch it. All she does is cry all the time. And she's a little pitchy with that singing too. I'm not a real big fan. I'm not a big one. But I just feel like BET, they keep trying to do all these original programming, and they trying to keep changing their network, but all you do is show reruns of Baby Boy and these other straight to DVD movies that nobody's ever seen or heard of, like The Cookout 2, that weird movie with Ice Cube and Mike Epps on, and they have braids and a Jerry Curl or something like that. And then every Sunday, like today, it's my favorite, they show all the extra ghetto plays on from like 11 o'clock to 7 in the afternoon. Like, I'm done with Tyrone and I'm going to sit in my kitchen and eat macaroni and cheese. That's like the title of the plays. And I just feel like that's not really helping black people. I mean, maybe some people enjoy it. I enjoy it for different reasons. I kind of think that's like kind of embarrassing. Like that movie Preacher's Kid with LaToya Luckett, where she just gets slapped throughout the whole movie for clothes and for ironing and because she breathed and blinked the wrong way. Like that movie makes absolutely no sense. Like BET, what are you doing? You're supposed to be helping black people, and the only thing y'all do is the BET Awards, which just keep getting worse and worse every single year. I was like, why do you bother waking up in the morning? And The only thing that's going to save this network is Kevin Hart's new show. But even Kevin Hart, I mean, let's keep it real for a minute here, people. Kevin Hart, he's very funny. A very funny little midget dude. He's hilarious. I think he's one of the funniest guys out there. But it wasn't no less than 4 or 5 years ago we were all saying the same thing about Cat Williams. Where's Catherine now? Huh? It's sitting in the loony bin, okay? They had to arrest him because he broke into somebody's house and broke into his own. I don't know. He's crazy and needs a perm, fresh one. But that same thing could be happening to Kevin Hart. So he gets his television shows too much overexposure. Next thing you know, his show is canceled. There goes the rest of the show. And then on top of that, BET's got that new tagline, BET, we got you. Do you hear NBC putting anything like that? NBC, we got you. ABC, you home now. Fox, Ride or Die. Like, it's none of that. Why does BET always have to do stuff like that? Even TV1 doesn't sound as ghetto as BET, and they show Martin reruns all day. I just need BET to take a backseat with everything. I'm done with them. And now they've got this new show on there coming on late nights with the guy from CNN. What's his name? TJ Holmes. And this is a serious, legit show about news and things that's going on in the world that people need to know. Nobody's going to watch it because it's going to be on at 11 o'clock. The show's going to get canceled within the first year. It's going to be like the Monique show, except it'll be a lot better than the Monique show because her show was awful. And that's why no one sees her anymore. But I don't know. I need BET to stop. I need BET. You know what I need BET to do? I need BET to be like Tyler Perry. I need for both of them to go away for like a year or two, go to college, get like brush up on what they actually need to do to make themselves better, then come back and start doing everything that you need to do the right way. Tyler. But that's all I have to say about BET. And one more thing. Willow Smith, stop it. I don't like that little girl. I know people say I'm wrong for picking on that little girl. I just don't like her. I really don't. I don't know why she looks like a lesbian at the age of 10. What are you doing? Why aren't you in school? Stop writing letters to Jesus that bring back Tupac for you and your mother. That's disrespectful to your father. I don't care what anyone says. He should have stepped on your throat for that. Don't write to God to bring back mommy's ex-boyfriend. That's not cool. That's not... And stop singing Frank Ocean songs. But anyway, I'm Austin, and this has been another episode of Dish It. Have a good one.